This is the story of what can happen when the power of social media is leveraged for something good.
I just wanted to say thanks.
So this all started yesterday, last night, when I saw the tweet from Jerome.
Ce que j'ai à vous dire, mes amis, est pas très facile.
Jerome's a good friend of mine. He's like a big social media guy, but he's someone who's really concentrated his efforts in social media towards helping others.
20 millions de personnes en Afrique de l'Est qui n'ont plus d'eau, n'ont plus de bétail, n'ont plus de nourriture et qui s'apprêtent à vivre la pire famine.
What Jerome is talking about here is the current humanitarian crisis taking place in Somalia, which isn't reported on that well here in the States, but it's a famine that's been brought on by a drought and a number of other geopolitical issues, but it's affecting over 6 million people in Somalia alone.
Et si on trouvait un avion et qu'on le remplissait de nourriture, qu'on le remplissait d'eau et qu'on l'envoyait là-bas en Somalie?
So he tweeted that video. He directed it at Turkish Airlines specifically because they're the only airline that flies to Somalia. And then it started to pick up traction.
But my friend Jerome Jarr brought this to my attention that he thinks we can all help by getting an airplane filled with food and water to Somalia.
We can't let this happen. We have to help these people.
Use this hashtag, get it trending, get Turkish Airlines attention.
And quickly this started to gain traction. It started to become bigger than just Jerome.
Here you are.
This is the origin story. This is how this happened.
Okay. Friday night at 8 p.m. That's when I was on front of the computer and I saw horrible famine in Somalia. I googled how to get a flight, so Turkish Airlines is the only airlines going there. I decided, okay, we have to do something, we have to try to get this flight and fill it with food. So I text Ben, hey Ben, do you see what's happening in Somalia? Millions of people are about to die from famine, just like in 2011.
And this is Ben Stiller, the famous actor.
The original one. We're launching the Love Army now. We're going to ask publicly Turkish Airlines to provide a flight. Then we're going to ask food companies and people to donate food. And we're literally going to fly food and water now. It's go time. Do you guys want to document it? Yes. He just said yes, and the next day he was here.
Yeah,
so
that was an easy yes, for sure.
And that's how all of this came together.
I didn't think you'd actually do it.
Let's bring up a little bit of light.
All right, Jerome, Juan.
Pa.
Wampa? Yeah. Never won?
Never won.
Tell me what's going on. Give us the full update.
okay, here is what's going on. About 5 days ago, I saw an article online about what's going on in Somalia, and I wasn't aware. I think media have barely talked about it. And I saw there were only one airline that goes there. It's Turkish Airlines. And so I thought, okay, why don't we ask Turkish Airlines if we can use that flight and fill it with food and bring some help there?
Do you feel like you're bullying Turkish
Absolutely
Airlines?
not. I feel like we are getting them an opportunity to do something amazing.
You don't feel like you're shaming them into helping?
No, we're like, do you want to help? They can say yes or no. So we have a call with them at 1 p.m.
Which
New York time.
means
In
10 minutes?
No, in 5 minutes, sorry.
In 5 minutes, we have a call with them.
And that's where you're going to find out if they're going to help with this campaign or not.
with the head of communications and everything. This is totally do what you can. Okay, it's now. Ready? Hello.
Hello?
Hey, how are you today?
Hello?
Yes?
Okay, Jerome?
Yes? I'm here with Chaka and Wampa and Ben and everybody's here.
Okay, super.
So this phone call here is the official call where they're finding out from Turkish Airlines if they can actually use their cargo planes to bring food and relief and supplies to Somalia.
No, it's not Jerome, it's Chaka speaking. So yesterday we were told that...
So there's this big 60-ton cargo flight, and then after that, as long as we bring food, you guys will make room, right? Somehow. No matter if, it doesn't really matter if it's a wide body, narrow body, as long as, you know, we find space.
Okay, we got it. Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Woo!
What just happened? What happened?
We have a cargo flight,
have a cargo flight.
60 tons cargo flight to fill with food for Monday 27. That will go from Istanbul to Somalia, and then we have an extra 140 tons that we can use of this space for the next 6 months. This is incredible.
All right, if you didn't catch what just happened, Turkish Airlines just agreed to fill up an entire cargo plane with 60 tons, that's 120,000 pounds of food and relief to go to Somalia. They also just contributed another, unless I'm saying this wrong, I think it's another 140 tons that they would put in their other planes, that like extra space to go to Somalia. This thing just got real. Like I sat there, I witnessed it. There was an idea and then a tweet, and then the tweet turned into a movement, which became something else that has now become action.
Is this good?
Yeah. Congrats, man. That's fantastic. Yeah. Very important to recognize here how big of a deal it is for Turkish Airlines to have done this. This isn't a commercial or anything for Turkish Airlines. They just stepped up and gave, I have no idea what the cost could be. That is a tremendous amount of resources to give an entire cargo plane, and then plane after plane with extra cargo space to bring relief. And for me personally, look, I retweeted it yesterday when I saw Jerome was doing this, but right there, when this had happened, these guys did all the heavy lifting, they did the hard work. I offered to be a part of the fundraising, so what's taking place now is there's a GoFundMe account that's linked below where we are trying to raise all of the money to pay for all of the supplies and infrastructure to bring all of that food to Somalia. Ben Stiller is letting us use his charity, the Stiller Foundation, so all donations are tax deductible and will be managed appropriately. You'll be able to see and track everything. Donate if you can. I know there's like a lot of bad things going on in the world right now. There's a lot of things locally of concern, but it's hard to imagine a greater priority than millions of people starving to death and knowing that a couple bucks could impact that in a positive way. And then also with some truth, which is the fact that there are millions of people who are starving and struggling because of this drought, because of this famine, not just in Somalia, but in Ethiopia and Kenya and South Sudan and Sudan and Uganda. These planes and all of this effort and all of this energy that's being made by this little campaign is a drop in the hat. But I think a very important first step is one of awareness, which this seems like a very good first step towards. But there's some links below if you want to understand more of what's happening there. I also linked below the American Refugee Committee, which you can also give money to. They're doing work all over Eastern Africa. I'll send this with like this cool video that Turkish Airlines sent us. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you even more to people who contribute, and thanks especially to Turkish Airlines for doing this.
As the only airline that connects Somalia to the world, we'll be more than happy to deliver your love and assistance to Somalia on your behalf. As a Turkish Airlines family, we're proud to be a part of this great cause. Thank you.
I just wanted to say thanks.